4-1-1 on the tail of the tape for this flyweight encounter. Bethany Marshall, undefeated, 8 years younger than Honchak, 4 inches taller. They both come under the 125-pound limit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, standing on my right and fighting from the blue corner. She made her M1 debut back in March of 2011. She is a wrestler by training, but has good submission skills at 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at fight time at an even 124 pounds. Her professional record, perfect. 4 wins with no losses. Training at Modern American MMA. And here tonight in Kansas City from Yorktown, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Bethany Marshall. Let's meet her opponent fighting from the red corner. One of the fastest rising stars in the featherweight division and a well-rounded mixed martial artist. At 5 feet 4 inches tall, she too weighed in at an even 124 pounds. Her professional record, 5 wins with just 2 losses. She's trained in the Militich fighting system and is here tonight from Bettendorf, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Barb, the little warrior Honchak. Big John McCarthy in charge of the Invicta FC cage.
Big John McCarthy, the referee. I mentioned Pat Militich's name, and we calling Bethany Marshall's fight for M1 Global on Showtime, of course. Training Honchak, one of the top trainers and a surefire future Hall of Famer if there is any justice in this world. And the two will touch gloves. Marshall with the blue tape around her gloves. Honchak with the red tape scurrying away. There's a right head kick testing the waters early as Marshall. Quickly snatching the waist cinch is Honchak. She has Marshall's back here above us. Gets the takedown early.
Nice job of Honchak dragging her to the ground, but man, did Marshall come out aggressively.
Marshall needs to establish some type of hand control.
Honchak, corner, looking for the seatbelt grip. Remember Chris Hordesky and Ryan Schultz in an IFL match. Didn't go too well for the Canadian fighter, but now Honchak all over. Marshall has her back, and a lightning quick start here for Honchak. But Marshall, very patient, very poised, looking to control the left hand of Honchak.
Yeah, she's doing a good job also of fighting hands in that position and fighting and twisting her hips around from side to side. But I'll tell you, you know, Barb's all over her right now. Marshall's defending, but Barb's just attacking, submission to strike, submission to strike.
Marshall making the move down to 125 pounds for this fight.
You know, she's very tall, long. Right now, she's in trouble right now. I'm hoping that she can figure something out, get the hooks out, get some type of hand control, and bring it back to her feet. Because on the ground, she's getting owned right now.
Her corner, Honchak's corner is calling for a power half guard, a good position to strike from and maintain nice top control.
2 of Honchak's 5 career wins have come via submission, looking for her 3rd here in round 1, controlling Marshall from the back mount. Wanting the arm triangle as her corner.
Wow, kind of a bow and arrow tie up there. Throwing some elbows from that controlling top position.
Flashing elbow strikes from Honchak, who is controlling and dominating Marshall here in the early going.
Picking her shots as well with the smart
belly down armbar tip.
Armbar, yep, and slick transition. Maybe got too anxious right there. Position or submission. Oh,
and Marshall looking to stack Honchak, so Marshall escapes her early predicament.
Honchak's on her back now.
Midway through round 1, and Marshall now with an opportunity from the close guard of Honchak, but Honchak very aggressive on her back, really making life difficult even for Marshall in top position, Julie.
Wow, beautiful swing to mount from Honchak. Effortless right there.
Beautiful swing.
That was nasty right there. Barb, wow. That's skills right there.
Yeah.
And composure.
And Marshall, though, scrambling.
Barb is a good friend and training partner of Kat Zingano and Randy Miller, both highly touted wrestlers.
Of course, we Saw Miller, another Olympian, make her debut at Invicta FC in April. And of course, another Olympian, Sir McMann, making her debut later tonight in the main event against Shayna Baszler, still to come here on InvictaFC.com.
Posture when you're ready. Good, that's what I'm talking. Inside ties, inside
Barb's corner is yelling for the posture. That'd be smart, a smart thing for her to do. She wants to inflict some type of serious damage, possibly stopping the fight. It's hard.
Nice guard pass there by Honchak, aggressively into side control with 1:24 left in the round.
Marshall's attempting to choke her from that position, but she just doesn't have the right leverage there. Barb's hand on the ground is preventing her from getting a really good established position. Barb just transitions right into mount from that.
She is very skilled.
Yes,
I'm very impressed.
Militic Fighting Systems, known for producing champions. Barb Honchak with a championship caliber performance here in round one. Less than a minute remaining. Full mount, but look at the escape attempt by Marshall. Very slick on the bottom as well, but still in trouble, eating all these shots, including some elbows and now some left hands. Or make that right hands.
Nice short elbow.
Yeah.
She's picking her shots, position, getting position. She's securing everything. Not to, she just jumped, for one submission and paid the price there by reversal. But now she's taking her time.
And she is very meticulous, very methodical, and goes right back into mount, Julie.
Just doing a fantastic job, kind of getting a body slam position in order to get that elbow in. Her head is being pulled down by Marshall right there, but she's actually counterbalancing it with her right leg, which is really interesting. Again, more short elbows from Honchak.
A round that has been dominated by Barb Little Warrior Honchak as she welcomes Bethany Marshall to 125.
That was a high pace set by Barb.
Let's take a look at some of that offense from Honchak. She's on her back. She made a mistake and was put on her back, and she immediately swings 90 degrees and sweeps like it was her porch. She's doing beautiful, beautiful transitioning there, finding her strikes, transitioning, finding her strikes, transitioning. Just a really overall impressive round. And Marshall was not giving an inch. She's pushing, she's struggling, she's using her legs, she's using her reach, but she just can't get Barb off of her. Very nicely done.
You see a lot of the action taking place on the O2trainer.com. Sign on the canvas. El Waffle Boss will be endorsing that. Of course, you want to help your conditioning. It's the O2 Trainer, and I know he's fully supporting Invicta Fighting Championships tonight. A who's who of MMA watching in, and we appreciate it wherever you may be watching around the world on InvictaFC.com. Set for round number two. Big John McCarthy waiting for that door to firmly be shut. Bell goes. We're underway. Honchak with red tape around her gloves. Marshall looking to bounce back around two with blue tape around her gloves. And
Great right in the flurry.
Punches and kicks from Honchak and a knee to boot.
These ladies are just going for it right now.
And again, it's Honchak with the upper hand, though, pushing Marshall along the fence.
And Marshall's trying to wedge her hand in between her head to get a nice crossface going, but Barb will have none of that. It's really a head position fight right now.
Now pick your shots. Now pick your shots. Other side. That's it. Yep, that's okay.
Takedown.
Marshall kind of drags her down around her neck, I think, and then Barb just pulls it out.
And Barb Honchak able to, again, just get mount. Now rear mount or quarter, well, side mount, I guess. Not really side, but you know what I'm saying, quarter. Now it's full mount as Marshall's in trouble again.
And I'm pretty sure this is wearing on Marshall.
Yes.
If she survives this round and makes it to the third, she'll be pretty much spent.
Powerful.
Well, making it to the third is a tall task right now with Honchak all over her rear mount, just dominating Bethany Marshall here at Invicta FC2. Left hands and right hands, and Big John McCarthy watching closely.
You might wait to stop this fight.
Marshall unable to defend, and there it is! Barb Honchak, the Little Warrior, putting up a big performance here at Invicta FC. Honchak defeats Marshall for the first time in her career. Marshall falls to 4-1, but it's all about Barb Little Warrior Honchak improving to 6-2, and she curtsies for the crowd here in Kansas City.
She's a fight name. She's called Goku or Gohan or something off Dragon Ball.
You don't like Little Warrior?
Hey, she came out like a warrior, but she came like Super Saiyan.
Let's take a look at that absolute excitement in the beginning of the round with the flurry. That kick by Marshall, which just gets her eating a straight right, and then Barb throws a kick, and Marshall tries to take her down from it. Just jockeying for position there. Little strikes on the inside, heavy strikes on the inside, and then the nice head control and head battle. And then here's where it all ends right here. Honchak with her top game control there, reversing, or excuse me, pulling her into back mount and just absolutely just raining those punches down in her face. Devastating ground and pound there. It was a good stoppage by Big John McCarthy right there.
The Marshall plan did not work tonight. Barb Honchak with an impressive TKO triumph here at Invicta Fighting Championships out of the Militich Fighting Systems in Bettendorf, Iowa.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have an official time of 1 minute, 22 seconds of the second round. Your referee, John McCarthy, steps in to stop this bout. And our winner, Barb, the Little Warrior Honchak.
Barb Honchak with a very impressive Invicta FC debut, looking to make waves at 125. Of course, already announced tonight from Invicta FC president, 2 title fights coming up October 6th back here at Memorial Hall in Kansas City. The Bantamweight Championship and the Atomweight Championship will be on the line for the first time when Invicta FC 3 comes your way. But for now, Barb Honchak celebrating with her team. A very impressive